Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. So the Diamond League, yes, the final few Diamond Leagues that are left on the calendar for this particular season, and we have a thrilling 100-meter clash that is coming up, and I'm absolutely excited to see what will happen here. Now, this Diamond League is the Silesia Diamond League that comes up on the 25th. Now, I did not tell you all the last one. So, Lausanne actually comes up on the 22nd, and Silesia comes up on the 25th. So, look out for that. And the 25th is actually on Sunday. So the 22nd is Thursday, the 25th is Sunday, right? So on Sunday, an epic throwdown will be happening in the men's 100 meters, which will feature a few of the finalists from the 100 meters at the Paris Olympic Games, as well as one man that I did think, earlier on in the season would be potentially, one to look out for, especially a feature on that, American team. Unfortunately, when it all came down to it, he did not make the cut for top three, but he's definitely a man to look out for as well. So let's kick things off with who is actually in the lineup, and then I can tell you my thoughts as it relates to how I potentially see this race going. So, from Italy is Chituru Ali. Then from Great Britain is Jeremiah Azu. From Jamaica, Akeem Blake. From United States of America, Christian Coleman. From Italy as well, Lamont Marcel Jacobs. From the United States of America, Fred Curley. From Kenya, Ferdinand Omanyala. From Jamaica, Kishane Thompson, and also from Jamaica, Rohan Watson. So that's three Jamaicans, a Brit, sorry, two Americans, two Italians as well, and a Kenyan, right? So the athletes that made it to the finals here would have been Marcel, Lamont Jacobs, as well as Fred Curley, and of course, Kishane Thompson. So those were the athletes that were in the 100-meter finals at the Paris Olympic Games. And as I said, based on what happened there, I'm excited to see what will happen here, especially now when you toss in the likes of a Christian Coleman. Now, when we look at it from a season's best perspective, Christian Coleman is right in there in terms of performances that were already done so far this season. So he's already gone a 9.86. Interestingly, Marcel Jacobs ran a 9.85 in the finals at the Olympic Games, an Olympic final that literally went down in history because all men dipped below 10 seconds. It was a ridiculously fast race. And eighth place was 9.91. That's how fast that race was. So Lamont was in it. He ran 9.85. But coming out of that, interestingly, he seemed hurt. I remember seeing heavy strapping on his leg, right? So I'm actually pretty surprised seeing that he's continuing his season here, given the fact that the last time I saw him running, which was the Olympic finals, he looked in severe pain. I'm not sure exactly what we'll be getting from a Marcel in this particular race, though if he turns up in the shape he was in the Olympic finals, and for sure I'm expecting him to challenge. I'm just not sure what version we're going to be getting. Also in this race is Ferdinand Omanyala. Unfortunately, didn't really live up to expectations at the Olympic Games. Again, we keep having the discussion about where these times that he's gone so far this season have been done. Pretty much at high altitude, a majority of the times, or all the time, pretty much when we've talked about his 9-7 clock-ins, right? So he wasn't able to get anywhere close to that at the Paris Olympic Games. But recently he did run a 9.95. So he's showing that he's still, in it, still in great shape as well, and will be heading to this Silesia Diamond League as well to contest. Now, Rohan Watson is there as a Jamaican, as I said. Given what I heard from Stephen Francis about him not necessarily traveling well for competitions, I'm not sure what we'll be expecting to get from him, given that he's only gone 10.07 this season, right? So anything that is better or in and around what he's already gone, I think that's a positive for him, because again, he has to be transitioning, or he's still, going through transitioning, running on the circuit. So we'll give him the time there to adjust. When it comes to Akeem Blake, didn't make the finals finals in the Olympic Games. I don't think I had him to make the finals, to be fair, right? But has been running very competently at least in his outings that we've seen him at. It's just that what, there are people that have just always been faster, point blank period. You know what I mean? So with his 9.92 seconds clocking, he definitely be in the thick of things as well. Just I don't think he'll be able to make it into possibly top four, given what we will be likely to see in this men's 100-meter finals, or circuit race, right? So what am I looking forward to seeing the most? Well, Kishane Thompson and Fred Curley. I thought it was a very interesting dynamic, the men's 100-meter finals at the Paris Olympic Games, because Kishane didn't get his, the best start. And towards the end of the race, he definitely tied up. And there's a thought process that the reason why he was not able to, compete as relaxed as he typically does is because Fred Curley was right there on his shoulder from the beginning, right? So he was feeling that ultimate pressure from a Fred Curley. So, he ended up running a 9.79, wasn't fast enough for the win. We do know that Noah Lyles went away with that particular win, and we also know that Fred Curley ran 9.81 for the bronze medal. So Kishane silver and Fred Curley bronze, but 9.79, 9.81, that's pretty close. I mean, it was a tight race, absolutely thrilling. And given what we saw in that Olympic game finals, it's fair to say that Fred Curley is en route to being back to his 9.76 best shape. And given a few things that he's also saying online as well, he could potentially be back in 9.7 shape at this particular meeting. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does there. But also, I'm excited for Kishane to right those wrongs, even though I'm happy that he won a medal. He won the silver medal, right? But he clearly wasn't satisfied with his performance there. So I'm excited for another opportunity for him to measure up against the best in the world, right? To go tooth and nail with somebody that was right there with you, and, come out on the other side. Literally, that is what I'm looking forward to seeing. No, clearly I want him to win, right? So we're going for the win in this. I'm calling, Kishane for the win, absolutely. But I'm just excited to see him again, as I said, measure up in this field against a man that was, pressuring him, you would say, in the 100-meter finals. And also potentially, if he's able to carry on his season as well as he has done in last year. When we go back and look at his season, he was able to carry on for long enough and run 9.85 at the end of the day for the fastest time he's done in the season, right? So I'm expecting him to also be able to carry through this particular shape that he's shown, which is a 9.77 shape so far, given that we also think that he's capable of going faster. So I'm expecting him to win this race, but I'm definitely expecting it to be a great race between himself and Fred Curley, right? But I really want Kishane in this race to stamp his authority, to show that, okay, I might have tightened up in that race, but this is really what I'm capable of in a men's 100 meters, right? So that's what I want to see here from him. Marcel Jacobs will be there, and Christian Coleman will be there. As I said, I'm iffy about, Marcel, given the last time I saw him, what he looks like, but Christian Coleman for sure. What I saw on that first leg, you have to give him props. That was ridiculously fast, and apparently it has now been registered as the fastest time ever, done on a curve in a men's 4x1. So yes, he was going absolutely ham on that leg. So I was impressed by that, and I'm hoping that that carries through to his actual 100-meter race. So if that's the case, then I'm expecting a great run from him as well. I think I'm going to give Christian Coleman third, actually, over the likes of a Marcel. And I think, Omenyala will be in and around fifth. And I'm hoping that Akeem Blake can pull in for like a sixth place. But this is a really, really good field. Really, really amazing field. Because if we're going to go Kishane 1, Fred 2, Coleman 3, Marcel 4, Omenyala 5, those are real top guys in sprinting. So even though I'm saying, Akeem Blake 6th, 6 probably sounds bad, but this is a really, really good field, really, really strong athletes. And all these athletes have already gone 9.8 and faster this season, right? With the slowest time being a 9.86 out of all the times that I've already mentioned. So these guys will be coming, right? But yeah, those are my thoughts as it relates to how this race will go down. Of course, as I said, No surprise here. Jamaica for the win, absolutely. So it's your turn now to tell me your thoughts in the comment section. So based on what you see, how do you expect this race to go? Are you expecting Kishane, to be able to carry through, still be able to clock, 9-7, potentially run a personal best? Is that what we're looking out for? Fred Curley also looks, as I said, on his way back to 9-7. I'm expecting something really good from him as well. Let me know your thoughts. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.